The sun is shining. It feels like a gorgeous spring day, which has me thinking about March and springtime weather coming up. So it's the perfect day to unbox the Jane's Agenda Deluxe subscription box for the month of March. So grab your planner and something to drink if you want to watch and plan along with me, and welcome to my home. I'm up here in my office and really enjoying this lovely weather. I have the windows open, just sort of airing the house out, got some good chores done this morning, and now I've been up in my office working for most of the day. But I was so excited to unbox this Jane's Agenda Deluxe subscription box for the month of March. So I thought we better dive in because the afternoon is flying by. So once again, this month they shipped the boxes in a plastic outer bag, which has helped so much. The bag keeps the box on the inside protected, doesn't get dirty, it doesn't have stickers on it, and it seems like overall things are getting less dinged and dented as well. So I have the classic size deluxe subscription box here. There are 3 levels. You can do the planner lifestyle box, which is the next step down, and that's going to have inserts and accessories for your planner. And then the beginner level or the starter level is the cover club, which is going to come with a new plastic cover, a set of cardstock dashboards to go under that cover, and a page finder. So we're going to go through everything together. First, we'll look at the card here for the month of March. It says, "This March, we invite you to slow down and see your planner as more than a place for appointments. It's an archive of your life. Inspired by soft neutrals, gentle greens, and landscapes reminiscent of the Scottish Highlands, this collection encourages reflection, presence, and intention." Inside, you'll find the thoughtfully designed inserts created to help you capture the information, thoughts, and details that shape your everyday life. From organizing what matters most to creating space for ideas, reflections, and reference notes, each piece is meant to support a more mindful way of planning. Jane and team. So this is the box. We have everything here that's in this deluxe subscription box. I'll try to pull things apart so you can kind of see if you're new to Jane's Agenda and want to get a better picture for what the 2 starter levels are and then how everything comes together in this deluxe subscription box. Basically, deluxe just means you get it all. You get both the monthly cover club and the planner lifestyle box. So let's set this aside. The box just barely fit on screen, so that's why I kind of turned it sideways so you can see we had this pretty cardstock. And I will show you the sticker that came on the box this month. I already used my Jordan Essentials Lemon Essential Oil to pull it off and set it in my sticker book, but it was just this pretty little archive sticker. So I'll probably use that on my laminated tissue paper once I get around to doing that, but we'll go ahead and pull things out. So this is everything in the box so far that we can see, and of course don't want to forget that. And let me set the box aside for a minute. Okay, so what would come in your cover club would be, let's see, I kind of have to separate things. So this is going to be lifestyle, this is cover club. You're going to get a sneak peek here of everything. And I can't remember, I think this is the one that is the cover club collection. Okay, so this right here on the left is going to be everything that would come in your cover or in your lifestyle subscription box. And then on the right, we have the cover, the cardstock duo, and the page finder. So this would be the monthly cover club. So if you have a planner that you like, you have all the inserts already, everything's working great, and you just want to refresh how the outside of your planner looks each month, then the cover club is a great place to start. You'll get a coordinating page finder to go with the cover each month, and the cardstocks as well. And that lets you build a little collection of the cardstocks so you can use those as decorative elements within your planner too after the fact. And if you don't care about changing out the cover and you just want to get these inserts, the lifestyle subscription box is going to come with exclusive inserts. So often we get them before they come to the shop, or they may not ever come to the shop. Sometimes they're things that they just come out once a year in a subscription box, and this is the way to get them. We'll get accessories and things for our planner and our desk. We'll get decorative items like quote cards and extra things like this. These are some dashboards with a tab and a pocket. We'll look at those in a minute. So this is the kind of thing that's going to come in the lifestyle subscription box. We have 2 different kinds of inserts, and you're going to get the best deal if you do all of it and get the deluxe subscription box, where you get everything, cover, club, and lifestyle all put together in one box, which is what I have here. So let's go ahead and just start with the cover. I'll set these things off to the side for a minute. And this month they're doing this archive theme, which I really like. And I don't know if you saw any of the reels and stories on social media, but they hired a Scottish man to voice over some of the different videos and reels, which was so fun. It really brought the theme together, I think. So we have this beautiful plastic cover, and these plastic covers do come with a film on the back, so we'll take that off in a second. But I just kind of wanted to point out, so at the top it says catalogs, records, documents, collections. At the bottom, keeping records is not just about remembering, it's about creating a map back to who you were, to the choices that shaped you, to the joy you might have forgotten. Your notes, your plans, your scribbles in the margin, they are breadcrumbs for your future self, proof that you were here, that it mattered, and that every step was worth keeping. So that is what that little bit of text says there. And this larger print here, the font is black, but there is a light green lining, or trying to think of the term for that. So it's like outlined in this light green color. And you'll see when we start layering it why that might make a difference. So on the back or the inside of the covers, there's going to be a film, and you can tell that because it looks cloudy. It doesn't look, especially if I put it over something, it just doesn't look clear. And normally these would be a clear glass plastic. And you'll feel the texture on the front. This is a UV printed front cover, so don't peel that off. We're looking for this clear plastic film that comes on the back. And I try to start on this outside edge and then work my way toward the punches, because those little notches make it a little harder to get the plastic film off. So I like to go this direction if I can. Doesn't always cooperate, so just do the best you can. And then around these little notches, if I go slow enough, usually I can get them to all come off, usually in one piece. And if not, then they're kind of stuck on there, which isn't a huge deal because it kind of gets lost under your discs, but it's just nice to be able to get it off cleanly if you can. Now, one of the things to note, if you get the Cover Club or the Deluxe Club, or the Deluxe subscription box, I should say, is you have a choice on your cover. And I choose the option to get they call it a ribbon online. It's actually this elastic band, and this is how you can keep your planner closed. So I always choose to get the ribbon because I like to be able to put this around my whole planner and keep it closed. But you don't have to do that. So if you chose not to get the ribbon, then it makes the front and back covers more interchangeable, especially for things like this. If there's no text and it's just a design, if you didn't have that ribbon, you could easily make this your front cover if you didn't want to have the text on the front. So just keep that in mind as you're ordering. And there is still going to be a film, and you can kind of see, actually, let's look at that really quick. So you can see the difference between when I've pulled off the film and when I haven't. It just kind of has that cloudy look to it. So let's get this one off, and usually it pulls off just fine around those grommets. It's just getting it started. It's kind of tricky, but it seems like if you start at the corner, that's the best method. At least that's what works for me. Going a little faster on this one because I'm anxious to just start looking at everything. All right, let's see here. Also, this is the back, so I don't mind as much if there's little bits of plastic stuck. But all right, so there is our cover. Your ribbon would just go over it like that. And what I like about this cover with the archive label is it could be used as a true archive planner or notebook once you're done with it as your monthly planner. And I have one disc bound notebook, if you want to call it that I put together down in our kitchen, and that houses all kinds of things. It's our little family, hub control journal, if you're familiar with that term from the Fly Lady. And so I was thinking some of these inserts I may end up putting in that notebook downstairs, so we'll see. But then I also thought I could even put this cover on it down there and just kind of know that that's our place to go for all the information for the family. So here is our double-sided dashboards. And the way these work is they're printed with the opposite image on the back. So that way, is that right? Yes. Okay. So if you want to have I like this one. I think this is going to be my choice. If you want to have the blueprints on the front, you can. I like how this is, the blueprint just so happens to be blurred out right here where this text is. And then on the back of your planner, you would see, yeah, I think that these normally are the other way around oh, it is. Okay, I had it upside down. I was like, I thought they used to go this way. Okay, that way your planner looks the same front and back. So you'd have the blueprint and the blueprint. Or if you want to flip-flop and have the modern art gallery on the front, then it would also go on the back as well. And you could have that, which I think it's really neat how this H sort of lines up with this piece of artwork and the C lines up with that one. And then this corner still has the kind of empty space where you can read the text there. So that one is really neat too, just a little bit different look. But like I said, I think I like the blueprint design. So put it over here. My sunshine's creeping in. I have this tricky part of my schedule where if I film too early up here, then it's too dark because the sun is not on this side of the house. But if I push it too late, then it starts creeping in, and it changes as the season changes. So I forget that sometimes. All right, so this is our page finder, and it's the same way. It's going to have a film on it. So you'll see once I take this off that it gets nice and clear, glass plastic. There we go. And the way this one is designed is to have, if you line up your punches and put it in your planner, I think you can see that there. So it's going to stick up just enough to be able to find your page in your planner. So I like that. It's pretty to have that line work design, that little floral line work design on it. All right, so now that was everything that would have come in the cover club for this month, if you got that. Now we're going to look at everything that would have come in the lifestyle subscription box, if you got that. So right off the bat, I'm really excited about this. We have 1.5-inch plastic discs, and this is a set of 11. And the reason that's even more of a big deal that this is in the subscription box, number one, getting discs in the box is really cool because essentially you have everything you need to make a planner now. You have cover, you have the discs, and you have lots of inserts. But also, normally up till now, Jane has had, like the Jane's Agenda discs have all been sold in boxes of 9, which 9 works fine for a classic size or anything smaller. This is 7 by 9.25 inches. But if you go up to a letter size, 8.5 by 11, then you need 11 discs. I'm trying to open that without tearing it. Okay. So by giving us 11 discs, then you could use this even up to a letter-sized planner. And these are a true clear plastic, and they are just going to be a nice minimal way to put your planner together. Or like I said, if you're making this archive, you'd have that as well. So that's really exciting that we actually got a set of discs in the lifestyle and deluxe subscription boxes this month. I'm trying to put that in there quietly, but it's not cooperating. We'll just leave it like that. And then we have, this is our thank you card. Thank you for being a subscriber, and decorative quote cards. So we'll take a look at these. And sometimes in this little pack, we might get a fun page, not a page finder, but a paper clip. Sometimes we'll get a pen or a highlighter. Sometimes we'll get some other kind of little desk accessory. But I think this time around, since we got 2 full sets of inserts, a bunch of cardstocks and dividers, and the discs, then we have these decorative quote cards and no other little things in here. So the back of our thank you card says, there is a past version of you that is so proud of how far you have come. Love that. Definitely wanting to use that in my planner. This is just a card that looks like cassette tape, and it says Forever Forward, Jane's Agenda. So that's kind of fun, a little nostalgic image there. This one says, ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail better. And that's a quote from Samuel Beckon. So that's a really nice quote card too. I think these are different. Yeah. So this one is gray and this one is black. This one says, my library is an archive of longings, and that's a Susan Sontag quote. So really cool collection of quote cards there. And it's kind of got my wheels turning and my creativity going on what I could use where and what things I want to put in my planner and how I want to use them. Then let's look at this, because I'll set this stack aside for a second. So these are the, what are these called? Archive Pocket Folder Tab Dividers, a set of 3 cardstock dividers with lined notes on the front and a pocket on the back. And I don't think I've seen any sort of pocket dividers like this from Jane's Agenda for a long time. I've been a subscriber for, I think, 3 years. And I want to say early on, I did get a green pocket for my planner, but it did not have the tab. So I think this is cool that we got the tabbed pockets this time around. Looks like mine got bent just a little, but not too bad. So this is another shade of green, kind of a pistachio green. And it just says notes on the front and it's lined. And then we have that pocket on the back so you can tuck, notes or things you don't want to lose in there. Very cool. I'm excited to have these. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in my regular main planner or if these might be things to keep in the family control journal or home maintenance binder or planner that's downstairs. So we have those 3 different tabs. So I was thinking it might be good to just tuck in the card you get from the dentist, or that my daughter, they're forever bringing home stuff from school. This note has to be signed and sent back, that kind of thing. Or keep this part of the form that has all the details and send back in the permission form on the bottom. So having a place to tuck things like that might be handy if I put these down in the kitchen. So we have those pocket tab dividers, which is really cool. Maybe I'll set our discs there. Then we have the cardstock collection. So this is a decorative dashboard set of 4 featuring the Scottish Highlands, a white horse, cut pears, and a nostalgic vellum dashboard. And we'll take a look here. Oh, this. Okay. Beautiful. So that's our vellum that says nostalgia. I love that. That font is gorgeous. Then we have the cut pears, and this is kind of a pebbled, like dappled image. There's a little bit of texture to it. Or it could just be that it's reflecting the light. I can't quite tell. So it kind of blurs to the bottom here. But look at how pretty it looks when you layer. That's my favorite part about a lot of the Jane's Agenda products and the world of planner supplies, is that everything layers so beautifully. Look at this Scottish Highlands with that nostalgia. I love that. I may end up putting that in my planner because that feels really pretty. And then we have the white horse, and that looks beautiful on there too. I think that I'm probably going to end up with this. I like that. No, not the horse. I do like the horse, but that was just the last one in my hand. This is the one that I really like. I feel like that is just gorgeous. And let's see if we want to layer the vellum on top. I don't know if I want to, because honestly, I like how pretty that landscape looks. That's beautiful under there too, but I think I like it better this way. So most likely this is how I'm going to put it in my planner. I think I like that even better than I like the blueprint. I almost said Bluetooth. It's not Bluetooth. That's something else. All right, so we have those cardstocks, and then let's flip-flop our stacks here. We have everything that is kind of decorative on the side, and we have two collections of inserts. So this first one is the vault, and it says from passwords to vehicle reference. I gotta find this spot here that opens. Passwords to vehicle reference. Keep all of your most important information at your fingertips. Am I opening it backwards? No, there we go. So I was thinking, again, this could be actually really handy to keep in the kitchen in that book, because often those are the kinds of things that, my husband will ask me, well, what about this? Or when did we last do that? And to have it in that binder downstairs would be really handy. So we have the vault on the front, and we have a page for emergency contacts. So first calls, and it has a place for 5 names and phone numbers: neighbors, babysitter, schools, veterinarian, poison control center, plumber, electrician, other. So you could put a lot more of your, often called or most used, not vendors, but like service techs and different companies like that. We have a passwords page, front and back, with I think 2 of those pages, if I remember right. 3 actually. Okay, so 3 for passwords. And these say website, email used, password, date last updated, because anymore a lot of websites want you to change your password every so often. And then a place for your username and the notes that would go with that. Then we have contacts: name, address, phone, email, and a place for birthday. So again, these could just be like our family and, the people we would most likely want to find that information or have that information on hand. So it looks like we had 1, 2, 3 of those, and they're front and back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a page. So plenty of those. Home reference. So this is a place for the HVAC, date last serviced, filter sizes, provider with their phone number, date filter replaced. Similar information for water filters, pest control, gutter cleaning, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, alarm system, trash service, and the same thing on the back. Vehicle reference, make, model, all that information. There's room for 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles on the front and 4 in the back, so up to 8 vehicles. Clothing size. This is always handy, especially at the holidays, but anytime someone's having a birthday, and it's good. I mean, I should know my husband's sizes, like his shirt size, but inevitably, anytime someone's asking me, I'm like, I don't know, I have to check with him. So it'd be nice to have that on here. And my daughter is still growing, so just to have this where I update it periodically with her information would be helpful too. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side, and that's a double-sided page. So just a really handy collection of reference information for the Vault insert pack. And then we have the commonplace planner inserts. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you've heard of a commonplace planner or commonplace notebook, if you have one or keep one, if you've been thinking about starting it and never have done it, maybe this would be a good place to start. So commonplace notebooks or books, a commonplace book, as far as what I've heard and have seen, is something that's been around for centuries and basically was a place to collect thoughts, tidbits, information you learned, reference material, sketches. It could just be anything. So I like that she's given us this collection of commonplace inserts. On the front, we have topic, and there's a little break in the line so you can see the column, and then pages. So you could reference, what pages to look for certain topics. And that's a double-sided index and key. And then these commonplace not reference pages, but like note pages, I guess is what we want to call them, have lines on the left with a dot grid column on the right. Hopefully you can see that dot grid. And I appreciate that the dot grid lines up with the lines. So that's really nice. And it feels like we have plenty in here. I would say more than what came in that vault collection. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 pages, double-sided, of these commonplace inserts. And there is a spot at the bottom for a page number too, so you can number these as you're completing them and keeping them in either your planner or a separate notebook. So lots of really good things that came in the March Deluxe subscription box from Jane's Agenda. I really am excited now to kind of get these in my planner and start using things, start setting things up, adding, things like these decorative quote cards in. I might even use these plastic discs for, I can't decide if they're going to be big enough, but I have an archive planner right now where I keep my but my used monthly and weekly inserts for 2026. So this is what it looks like right now. And a couple of videos back, I showed how I just set it up and I used what I had on hand, which is these, I think these are 2.5-inch or 3-inch discs they might just be 2 inches, but they're from Tool. But that's all I had left in that size. And I thought I needed something that big, but it's kind of not working the best to have just 3 discs to work off of. So I was actually thinking that I may put these 1.5-inch discs on here and have that to kind of update my archive planner as I go through the rest of the year and be able to have it function a little better for me. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed getting to see it. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you are a subscriber and get any of the Jane's Agenda subscription boxes. I always love to hear from folks that are either new and just trying it out, or if you've been around a long time like myself. And let me know what you think. What piece was your favorite? What would you love to have in your planner? What things are you excited about as we go into more of the springtime weather and getting, a little bit warmer temps, and thinking about all the fun things to come as we get to see more sunshine. Now let's use some of these items to update my planner for the month of March. So you can see in my current setup for February, I still have everything like we saw the last time I had my planner open. I know for sure I want to bring into this new setup my Jordan Essentials Spring Summer Catalog. I was just sitting here trying to decide, do I want to change out the pink outer cover, or do I just want to go with the plastic cover? I think for right now, let's just take off this pink, or this is called blush. So let's take off the blush vegan leather cover, because I don't know if I want to keep a vegan leather cover for March or not. I know for sure we can take off the pink here. I have another, I wish it was a ladybug, but it's not a ladybug. It's like some sort of invasive other kind of ladybug-ish type thing. So we get those a lot when the sun comes out. It's orange, it's not red, so that's why I know it's not an actual ladybug. It's like a cousin. All right, so there is that. And we'll take off the vellum here and the cardstock. So those are the 2 February ones. That's my sort of abbreviated version of my prayer board. Since I have the full prayer boards up on the wall in my office, these were the extra little tidbits I had cut out, so I like bringing those along with me. And we'll take this off. Now, if I don't have a vegan leather cover, the only thing I'm not going to have is a place for a pen, but we'll see. That might be okay. We'll just kind of see how this goes. Okay, so where's my other cover? let's go ahead and do this one. Am I doing it the right way? Yeah. So this will be the back cover. Now I could do my beige, is that what it's called? Shell, the vegan leather cover that's kind of the off-white color would be really nice on here, but I kind of just want to like streamline for a little while and see how I like that. So there's the back cover. Plus then you can kind of see how this looks. Oh, I think my daughter's home. I hear her bringing up the recycling bin, so I gotta go quick. We're gonna drop this in and this, or I might just come back after I say hi to her and kind of give her a hug and see if she needs a snack after school. There. All right, that is gorgeous. I definitely like this combination. And what I could do if I wanted to was, I'm trying to see if there's any of these. This is too big. I don't think I want that in there. But I do want the page finder. So I'm going to go to March, because what I like doing is this page finder that comes in the subscription box. I use it upside down to find my monthly page here, my monthly spread, and then I know I need to add my weeklies in here. So I have my weekly 32 and my weekly 33, and I believe weekly 32 is the one that's like the business. Yeah, so we're going to get, there we go. Okay, so the weekly 32 goes in here, and that has the place for the key projects, metrics, and then it has the hourly days of the week, so you can put your schedule in, places for notes and to-do lists, and I've been enjoying that, so I'm going to keep using that. Get that little guide. I'd go find a new home. Then we have the weekly 33, and for this one I need just the March pages here. Okay, and this is the one-page weekly that I've been using, where I fold it and put it in between. So week number 1 for March 2nd to the 8th. So I put it in the middle, and I'll show you how it's looking here with today. And I've been folding it around my hybrid page finder, hybrid dashboard page finder. So that works really well. And this has all my home related tasks. The inside has my health related tasks. I talked about this in last week's video, so if you want to see more about that, you can check there. But for right now, let's go ahead and do the rest of my pages here. Now I got myself off track. March. Did I put it in the wrong spot? I did. I was like, wait a minute. What happened to March? I put my page finder in the April. I don't know how. And did I put my weeklies in the April? I did it there. Okay. Wrong spot. Let's try this again. Here's March. Okay. And then the page finder needs to go here. That looks right. Then we'll keep adding in the weekly 33 inserts, so that as I'm planning things out, if I have home or family or personal related things, they can go there as well. Okay, and March 23rd to the 28th, and March 30th to April 5th. So 1, 2, 3. I think I want this to go in April, so I'm going to actually keep that separate. All right, so that's everything. Now my March is started. I'll have to go in and finish setting everything up, but I have my page finder for the month, and I have my weekly 32 with the hourly schedule, my weekly 33 with the home related tasks, and I just fold it over on the line they provide. And then I have a way to keep that also in here as I'm flipping back and forth and using my planner for the week. And it does feel nice to kind of have my planner lightened up a little bit with not having that vegan leather cover on. I might decide I miss it and go get my shell cover and put it back on, but we'll try it like this for a little while and see how it goes and see what I think. So that is everything to not only unbox the March Deluxe subscription box from Jane's Agenda, but also refresh my planner and start thinking about the month ahead and getting things set up. So thanks for joining me today. I'll have some videos linked if you want to click back and see last week's video where I did my mid-February reset and also talked about how I'm using those weekly 32 and weekly 33 inserts to keep both home and work-related tasks within one planner. And I'll also link my February setup video if you want to see that as well. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, and I will see you again soon. Bye.